And ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome to the 73rd ever episode of the Best Phone Plans Podcast. In this show, we're talking about how to avoid having your cell phone bill go up as big carriers raise prices. There are 4 key things you can do to avoid having your AT&T or your Verizon bill increase, as there have been some price hikes recently. So that is what we're going to be talking about in this video, in this live stream, and hopefully Dennis can join us, which will be great. And for now, I think we should go ahead and jump right into it. Of course, we got to welcome the wonderful people here. We got Max Tech Studios in the house. We got Progamusian, we got Joey, we got Progamusian again. Welcome, everybody. I think we should just dive right into it. The 4 ways to avoid having your cell phone bill increase. Now, first of all, you may have noticed that bills have been going up. Starting in June, we have AT&T increasing prices for their wireless plans. Prices are going up by $6 per month to $12 per month, depending on if you're on an individual line or a family plan. Single line plans going up by $6 a month. Family plans going up by $12 per month. These are on the old legacy shared data plans from AT&T. And while you might have thought, all right, great, AT&T's doing that, nothing to worry about, Verizon was actually quick to follow suit. They introduced an administrative charge of $1.35 per voice line. And that's, again, taking effect right now in June. And this is called the quote-unquote economic adjustment charge. So Verizon's raising prices, AT&T's raising prices. We actually had more news coming out that Verizon is raising prices on the legacy plans again. And this is the shared data plans, basically following what AT&T did. They're adjusting the prices. Verizon has confirmed to CNET that the adjustment will be $6 extra per month for single lines and $12 per month for those with multiple lines on an account. Prices are going up, so how do you avoid having your bill go up on Verizon or AT&T? And I got you covered. In this episode of the podcast, we're talking exactly about that, and I think we should dive into the first thing you should do, which may simply be just to switch plans, right? These price changes are only impacting, or primarily impacting, legacy shared data plans, going up by $6 for a single line, $12 for a family. So if you're on one of those shared data plans, like, why not upgrade to one of the new plans? If we go ahead and take a look here at what AT&T is offering, it might actually be beneficial for you to consider upgrading. Your price could go down and you could get a better deal as well as a better plan. For individuals, I think AT&T is really expensive. I would actually recommend Cricket, but for example, you could consider switching to their starter, extra, or unlimited premium plan. With all of these plans, you're getting truly unlimited data with no data overages. I know a big concern for people with older plans was sometimes going over your shared data allotment and getting hit with a high overage bill. None of these plans have that. And on Verizon, it's going to be a similar story as well. You could switch to one of their newer plans. Pricing for multi-line accounts is pretty good. And again, when you switch to these new plans, you're not getting impacted by that price increase. You're only getting that price increase if you're on a legacy plan. Dennis, mighty fine of you to have to join us here. Glad you could make it. So we've covered the prices, the fees increasing, and now we're talking about the 4 ways to prevent your bill from going up. First way I was talking about was switching to a new plan, because right, it's the older legacy plans are getting the price increase. Second way is taking advantage of discounts. Dennis, I feel like you're the champion of discounts, especially when it comes to AT&T. Do you want to walk us through some of the options here if you're an existing AT&T customer, what these discounts are going to look like?
Yeah, so we make a joke all the time on the show. AT&T likes to give out discounts to anyone that has a heartbeat. Basically, as Stetson shows here, you can get a $10 a month discount per line if you're part of ARP, which is something that anybody can get set up for. AT&T also has a military discount that is very aggressive.
This is 25% off your wireless bill, regardless of what plan you have.
Correct.
Really, really powerful stuff. And
Yes.
this is available for military veterans, first responders, teachers, and nurses and physicians.
Correct. And that doesn't even account for their bundle discounts if you're one of the lucky people who live in one of AT&T's fiber footprints.
Ooh, yeah. So what's a bundle discount, Dennis? What's happening there?
Yeah, so if I remember correctly, I believe AT&T is doing 30% off their wireless plans when you have their AT&T fiber home internet product.
Right on.
It's very similar to the bundle discounts that we see from like companies like Comcast or Spectrum.
Gotcha. So available discounts from AT&T. Honestly, really, really good, especially if you're a military or veteran. I'm working on a video now, best discounts for military veterans and first responders. AT&T, hands down, has the best discounts. Verizon does offer military discounts as well. It's much less. I think it's $20 off per account when you have 4 lines. So you can see you save basically $5 per line. What's interesting is if you have 3 lines, the discount actually increases. 3 lines, you get $25 off per account. But still, if you're a military member, you're eligible for this discount. I think it's actually available for military, teachers, nurses, and students. And so if you're eligible for one of these discounts, Dennis, do you have to change your plan or anything, or can you just like switch to, or just like go in and apply for the discount and get it applied to your bill?
I believe your account has to get changed, and I don't believe all plans from Verizon were eligible for their military discounts. So you might have to upgrade your plan.
Yeah. So if you're on a legacy data bucket plan, first of all, you should upgrade your plan anyway. But second of all, you might actually have to do that in order to get one of these discounts. But I think they're really good. And again, the extra $15 to $20 a month in savings here, along with switching to one of these new plans and saving money, I think is going to be great. So there we go. That's the second way of taking advantage and preventing your bill from increasing as the prices are increasing. Third way I've got is actually taking advantage of mix and match. And this is going to be kind of on the fly, Dennis. If you were to mix and match AT&T's plan, so the idea behind mix and match, right, is you can combine any plan you want for any line. So let's say you've got a family of 4. What plans would you choose? Like, for example, previously you may have all had to be on the top tier plan, but now that's not the case. You could mix and match. You could have 1 line on premium, 1 line on extra, 1 on starter. You could put them all on starter. You could have 1 on extra, 1 on 3 on starter. What would you do to mix and match to try and get the best value out of AT&T's plans?
Well, if you're taking advantage of our earlier advice, which is getting that signature discount by being part of ARP or something like that, then I'd actually recommend avoiding the middle unlimited extra plan, since unlimited elite will be costing you the same amount of money as the extra lines go. So I would basically have my heavy data users, the people that care about having priority on the limited elite plan,
This is unlimited premium. Yeah, they changed the name on you.
Excuse me, unlimited premium. And for anyone that's just going to be trying to focus on just calling and basic texting and data doesn't really matter, I would have those people mix and match on the unlimited starter plan, since it is significantly cheaper.
Yeah, it is way cheaper. And even if you are, like, if you're eligible for that 25% off full discount on everything, I would probably, Dennis, do exactly what you said. I would throw maybe 1 line on premium, so you're getting the perks if you need it. You have the hotspot data if you need it. If you're traveling, 1 line has the hotspot that you can share with other devices. And for everyone else, I honestly think unlimited starter is fine. I think AT&T's been doing a great job with their network management. I feel like you're not super likely to notice the deprioritized speeds. They're going to be fast enough. They're going to get the job done. It now has 3 gigs of hotspot data, so it will work in a pinch. And you're saving $15 a month compared to unlimited premium, which is huge, especially if you add that up between multiple lines. Like, if you switch 3 lines from premium to starter, you're saving yourself $45 a month. That's over $450 per year. And I think it's something to consider if you want to reduce your bill and keep pricing pretty similar. All right.
But on the topic of mix and match, though,
yeah,
the OG when it comes to mixing and matching is Verizon. And I think we should talk about them for a second.
Absolutely.
So Verizon's mix and match is actually way better, especially when we have the topic of perks. If you're going with Verizon, I definitely recommend having at least 1 person on the Get More plan. This way, you can get all the free little goodies like Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, Apple Music. You can get the 50% off watches and tablets.
Yep.
And then also, I believe the best perk of all is the 50% off your home internet.
Yeah.
Did we ever get clarification, by the way, when they updated this for the 300 connection? Did we ever get clarification on that, Stetson?
Well, we can see here it's definitely for the Fios 300 by 300. Unclear if it's for other plans at the moment.
Because it used to be for gig. It used to be $30 off gig.
It did used to be $30 off gig. So it's unclear to me if it's a 300 by 300 plan or higher, or if it's just a 300 by 300 plan, or what the specific deal is there.
But Stetson, aside from that, my friend, if you can just take a quick look at the private chat, if you can give me like a quick little
absolutely.
look there. But yeah, no. So Verizon's the king of mix and match. So I definitely have at least one plan on Get More, or excuse me, yeah, Get More. But I would actually avoid putting any plans on the Verizon starter, unlike with AT&T, because from my experience, and Stetson, I think you'd agree with me on this, Verizon in its current state tends to really benefit from having a plan that has priority data. And then since Start does not have priority data, the experience is so significantly worse that I'd recommend avoiding it at all costs, because I don't think it's worth the extra $10 of savings, especially when you're missing out on all that sweet 5G ultra wideband, which is something that you miss with 5G Start.
This is true. I think on Verizon, it's a little bit of a tougher call. I think I agree with your Get More because, again, once you have one plan on the account that gets all these perks, everyone on the account gets the perks. Everyone gets the Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN Plus bundle. You can basically get Apple Arcade or Google Play Pass. Probably only one person needs that. Apple Music, I think this might only be for a single line. Yeah, so it's only for a single line, but
you can have multiple people share the same Apple ID if you really wanted to.
Yeah, if you really wanted to, you could do that. But you're still getting the perk is the bottom line here. The travel pass day per month is huge if you travel abroad. Verizon Cloud's really good. And yeah, it's only $10 extra compared to the Play More, Do More plans. So actually, I would counter this with another strategy, and it would actually be to have one line on Play More and one line on Do More. That way you get and can combine the perks from both while essentially still saving money. Like if you look at a per line basis, $45 and $45 will be cheaper than doing a 55 and a 45 plan. And so that could be something to consider. Dennis, I would say 5G Start, it's not great. It's not our favorite plan. We, I think, voted it as the worst Verizon plan. I think in a pinch, if you did want to save some money, in some markets, it'll be okay. I think for most people, though, the answer on Verizon is to leave Verizon. If you really want to lower your bill, I think it'll bring us to the fourth point, and that's to switch off of one of these major carriers entirely and go to a carrier that isn't raising prices and actually cares about you. And I've picked out a couple here that I think we can talk through. I did the 4 best AT&T unlimited plans and the 5 best Verizon unlimited data plans. And these are going to be great alternatives to what the major carriers are offering. Dennis, let's start off with AT&T. We'll go bottom to top because I think that's kind of the better approach here. I recommended unlimited premium as the best top tier plan. We're switching off of AT&T for this section. So the next plan I was recommending was Cricket Unlimited More. Lol, I put AT&T prepaid unlimited max, but prepaid unlimited max is still a great option. What do you think?
Yeah, unlimited max is definitely a great option. However, due to changes that occurred with that plan, I think the best option for getting AT&T access without paying the AT&T premium price is the unlimited more plan from Cricket. Taxes and fees being included, you get more hotspot, true unlimited QSA, priority data. Everything about that plan is just basically perfection. The only thing that's rough is the video cap, but even then, you're a big proponent and big fan of mentioning how you can get around it using a simple VPN. So
it's true. Yeah, I think Cricket More, it's definitely where it's at. $55 a month, taxes and fees included. Compared to what AT&T is offering, this is going to save you a huge amount of money. Dennis, you nailed it. Unlimited premium data, 15 gigs of hotspot, 480p streaming, 5G access. Like this plan
HBO Max with ads.
Yeah, and you still get HBO Max. Where's the perk here? Included perks. Unlimited texting, unlimited data roaming in Canada and Mexico, and HBO Max with ads. You also get 150 gigs of free cloud storage. I didn't note that, so I should probably update this. That was one of the best plans. I had Cricket Core as another if you really needed that cheap unlimited plan, but Dennis is giving the head shake there. There's prepaid unlimited max. And honestly, I was going to recommend Boost Mobile, the unlimited annual plan. And the reason we're doing this one is because, first of all, look at the price, $25 a month. You're saving $600+ per year. And this is still heaps of data, great for most people. It's an annual plan. Some of you may like that. Some of you may not like that. Something to keep in mind. But it's overall a really good value.
There's a very big caveat here, though. I only recommend the Boost Mobile plan if you're using the AT&T SIM. If you're trying to use them for T-Mobile access, it is a hard not recommend from me.
100%. Yeah. And so just as if you check your data usage, you're using less than 35 gigs a month. This is where you can really start to save some money by going with one of these prepaid options, Boost Mobile. $15 for 5 gigs, $14 for 5 gigs, whether you're doing a 6-month or an annual plan. Both great options, very affordable. You could even do the $20 a month plan, which comes with 15 gigs of high-speed data, hotspots included here. Yeah, if you're looking for great, affordable AT&T coverage, I think this is it.
And Stetson, this is a common question I actually get asked a lot in real life. How does someone actually get signed up for one of these annual plans?
Yep. Okay, this is ridiculous, but you click the Get This Plan icon, and then you go to the Boost site. I think you have to click this, like plans for under $10 a month, and it takes you to a different Boost Mobile website. And this is where you can start to browse the different options here. So this is where you're seeing the 5 gig plan for $14 a month, the $20 plan that's 15 gigs of data, the unlimited plan we were just talking about. And you can see it's an annual plan. So it's $25 a month, and that breaks down to $300 for 12 months of service up front. And when you activate on this website, it's my.boostmobile.com. This is all on the AT&T network, guaranteed. There's no fussing or weird things you have to do. You're getting the AT&T network when you activate through this site. It's really janky, but there you go.
And Stetson, can anybody actually get these plans if they wanted to purchase them in store?
You can get some in store. I think most of these are online only.
Yes, you can't get the annual plans in store.
Okay, annual plans are online only. I happen to be looking at the monthly. I think you can get the unlimited plus in store, but those aren't worth it. So you're going to want to do the online only. And they've changed it. So you can see the 5 gig $14 plan is new customers only. You'll notice the $20 a month plan with 15 gigs. This doesn't have the new customer flag, so it's available for existing customers. If you needed to switch or upgrade to a plan with more data, you should be able to do that, no problem. Same with the unlimited plan.
But Stetson, since we're talking about annual plans, let's talk about the OG when it comes to annuals. The one that's doing the deflationary pricing, the one that failed to copy the other guy's homework, that is Mint Mobile.
Yeah, got to give a shout out to Mint here. This is technically on the T-Mobile network, so you wouldn't have to worry about prices going up anyway, because T-Mobile is price locked their plans, at least for the time being. But you got to give a shout out to Mint. They are deflating their prices. All plans have gone to $15 a month, and it's $15 for 10 gigs, $15 for 15 gigs, $15 for unlimited. I don't know why you would get anything but unlimited, because everything is literally the same price right now.
I can think of one and only one reason why you wouldn't get unlimited. That's if you want more hotspot data.
Okay, that's fair. If you wanted more hotspot data, the 15 gig plan technically has more. You can use all 15 gigs as hotspot data, whereas the unlimited only comes with 5 gigs of hotspot data. But yeah, Mint, they lowered prices. I did a video about this on the main channel, kind of did a funny skit, trying something new. So feel free to check it out and enjoy it. Dennis, I think, and if you're interested in Mint, we'll plug the affiliate link in the video description. You can check them out if you're interested. If not, no worries. Oh, Dennis.
And as Stetson said, he made a very hilarious, high-quality video that he put up on the YouTube channel. I also recommend checking out his little shorts that he did that was absolutely spectacular that he clipped out of it, which I hope to see more of from you, Stetson. But Mint Mobile has always been a big recommendation from the channel. And if you want T-Mobile access without paying T-Mobile pricing, they are a great choice. And remember, Stetson, T-Mobile didn't increase their plan pricing per se, but they did increase their fees. So Mint is a great choice.
That's interesting. Mint has not increased their fees.
Exactly. No activation charge.
Yeah, that's huge. All right, that will bring us to the Verizon network. And hopefully I put everything in the right order here. Yeah, so we're skipping.
We're not going to talk about Metro?
get more. Oh yeah, Metro's well. Oh yeah, okay. I guess that's fair. We'll do Metro. Actually, let me just pull up that news article because best T-Mobile unlimited plans. We can go back. I was doing T-Mobile prepaid unlimited plus. Great if you want premium data. And this Metro plan, Dennis. I think this is the one you're thinking of.
Yeah, that one is fantastic. If I recall correctly, it includes Amazon
Amazon Prime, yes, included for free with this plan. Honestly,
and
Dennis,
100 gigs of Google. Doesn't it include 100 gigs of Google as well?
yep, 100 gigs of Google One storage. I think this plan, this has the best perks of any plan. Oh, I haven't included them. All right, I got to update that too. But this is probably one of my favorite plans, just because of the perks. Like, I want a regular postpaid carrier. Like, forget the streaming services. Give me something I'll use. Give me the Amazon Prime. My goodness, that's a nice perk. $60, taxes and fees included. And I think.
And the reason we would recommend this plan, by the way, is this is for the people where Mint Mobile's data plans or unlimited plan isn't enough data for you. This would be the move right here because it does have taxes and fees included, which is tremendous. The multi-line discount is also pretty tremendous with Metro. I believe, quote me if I'm wrong, Stetson, but can't you get 4 lines for like $120?
Yes, it's $30 a line. So 3 times 4 is $120. Taxes and fees included on this plan. It's a spectacular deal.
Yeah, so it is very affordable for families, and for $30 a line, that is cheaper than Mint at that point if you're doing a family bundle.
Yep, absolutely correct, especially if you need a lot of data. And then, shout out to Walmart Family Mobile. This is the best
You don't
plan.
actually recommend them, do you?
I do. And Dennis, this plan is unbelievable. It's $50, 30 gigs of hotspot. Like, compare that to Metro's plan or T-Mobile prepaid, 600 kilobit per second hotspot, same price. So I think Walmart's worth considering. And then, of course, we have Mint Mobile. So just check.
Yeah, but
how
T-Mobile
much...
prepaid's priority versus deprioritized.
That's true. It's a trade-off. It's what do you want? What do you want in your service? I talk about that in the article.
And if I remember correctly, wasn't hotspot data less important based off of our previous pools that we did?
It's true. Hotspot data is less important. So maybe you're better off getting T-Mobile prepaid. And that would be the $50 unlimited plan right there. So something to consider. And those are the best T-Mobile plans. I think we got to do Verizon now.
Absolutely.
Skipping Get More, Unlimited Plus. We have, I'm starting off with the best bundle plan here. Xfinity Mobile Unlimited. And Dennis, I feel like you kind of know Xfinity pretty well because don't they offer an internet discount too? What's going on with that?
Yeah, so the internet discount is very dependent on where you live. It can range anywhere between, and it also depends if you're getting their unlimited data. So if you're doing one of their by the gig plans, it could be $10 up to $35 I've seen off, depending on plan and promo and all the fun stuff and where you live. But assuming that you're getting unlimited like we're recommending here, and assuming that you're getting one of their newer promos with like between $20 and $35 off, depending on the speed tier and all the other jazz, it basically pays for the cell phone plan itself. You can basically get that plan for effectively like $15.
Yeah.
So it's a very great deal. Tax and fees are not included. However, and you need to update this on your website, it does include 5 gigs of high-speed hotspot now.
Yep. This is true.
It is unlimited priority. It is priority data. It has 20 gigs of that priority data before you're throttled. However, if you are on ultra wideband, that does not count against your high-speed data allotment, and you do not ever get throttled on the ultra wideband. That includes C-band. So C-band and millimeter wave, you are good to run to the races. And hotspot, this is the only Verizon plan that you can get on the consumer side that still has truly uncapped hotspot if you're on ultra wideband.
That blows my mind to this day. It's so true. It's a great plan, and it's why I picked it as the best bundle unlimited plan if you're an existing Xfinity customer and you want a great option.
Don't forget too that if you have this plan, you likely live in an area where Xfinity actually exists. And Xfinity does have their own network of sorts with the combination of their CBRS spectrum they've been putting up in certain locations, and more importantly, their infamous Wi-Fi hotspots, which, depending on where you're at, there are probably going to be a good amount of them. I actually did a personal test over here in Pittsburgh where I put my plane into airplane mode and only had Wi-Fi calling turned on, and was essentially able to use my phone like normal, just using Wi-Fi hotspots.
Insanely impressive. And yeah, I think the Wi-Fi hotspots are a huge perk. And left on for you, we see your comment. I think that is an excellent point. Dennis, why don't we round out the Verizon plans we have selected, and then we'll dive into some alternative family discounts that our audience can consider as well.
Sure. So there's two other companies I know we had picked out for Verizon based off our conversation earlier. One is our personal favorite and friend of the show, great person to have on, US Mobile.
Yeah.
They came out with a new unlimited premium plan that includes 100 gigabytes of priority data.
This is insane. So for context, this is more priority data than you get on Do More or Play More. This is only giving you 50 gigabytes and only 25 gigs of hotspot. US Mobile effectively doubled the amount of premium data and hotspot data for a lower price.
However, it is worth pointing out that the 100 gigabytes is more of a hard throttle cap than what Verizon does.
It's best to think of this as your data will be shut off. I think it's slowed down, but it better to have a mindset that it might stop working.
It's slowed down to like one meg, I believe.
Yeah, or even slower possibly. So keep in mind, but again, most people, a huge majority of people use less than 100 gigabytes of data per month. And at $45, this is like half the cost of Verizon 5G Get More for a single line. And US Mobile has an amazing family discount that drops this price to as low as $30 per line. And thank you, Left On For You, for the chat there. This is going to support 5G on Verizon, ultra wideband. It supports eSIM activations, and you're getting free international data roaming in 153 supported destinations via international eSIM plans. You do need an eSIM compatible phone in order to get that perk. It's a really great perk to have. I mean, this might be one of my number one favorite plans right now.
Doesn't it include 10 gigs out the rip internationally as
So
well?
it's up to 10 gigs. Some countries have 10 gigs where data is cheaper. If you're in a country where data is more expensive, then you're getting maybe 1 gig, 3 gigs, or 5 gigs. And they outline that all on their website.
But yeah, overall, great pick. Really big fan of the company, the app, and the whole just the whole experience overall. And it's a very strong contender.
Yep. And they have cheaper plans too. If you're a lighter data user, you could grab their 18 gig plan for $25 a month.
You're
they also
putting
have
this over
5 gig plan for $15 as well. And I'm going to mention Visible. I think Visible can be a great option for a lot of people as well.
No, but you're putting that over their cheaper unlimited plan they have?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. What's interesting is with the 18 gig plan, you have the option to add on hotspot. With the $30 unlimited basic plan, there's no option to add on hotspot. And I think my current understanding is the data bucket plans will get full 5G access, whereas the unlimited basic plan is missing the ultra wideband or the millimeter wave access. So I would say like go for something that's cheaper or go unlimited premium. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Unless you have, so they have unlimited basic as Left On For You is mentioning, but no hotspot and no millimeter wave. So I'd be curious what you guys think. I think I'd rather get a plan where I can add on the hotspot later if I want it than get a plan that doesn't offer it.
Yeah, but the beautiful thing about a prepaid MVNO company like this is that you can always just change the plan too.
So true. So true. So thank you, Left On For You, for the comment.
But Visible would be the cheapest option.
Yeah, I think we got to mention Visible. We got to give a shout out. They are the cheapest. And this is really funny, Dennis. I was checking the Best Phone Plans party just because I'm curious. So for those of you who may not know, Visible offers their party pay discount. And this is the discount you use to get the price locked in at $25 a month. It's super easy to take advantage of, and a bunch of people have done it. So I was checking the party, Dennis, and the Best Phone Plans party, which any of you watching are welcome to join, has 21,000 members. So clearly, Visible is working and is a great option for 21,000 people. And I will still stand by that they are the best cheap unlimited data plan on Verizon. They're the cheapest option, and if they work for you, they can really help you save a whole lot of money.
I added 2 more to that list.
2 more. What are your options, Dennis?
No, I'm saying I added 2 more to our group.
Oh, you added 2 more to our party? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Are you testing it out?
No, when I went on my little bachelor party trip, I had 2 friends that had Boost Mobile with T-Mobile SIMs. They were not happy. They looked to me for advice. I tried recommending US Mobile. They said that's too expensive. So I mentioned Visible to get them the Verizon access and Verizon coverage at the cheapest rate possible. They were great. Got them activated. Got them on the best phone plans so they could get the $25 price point.
I love it. It's a great plan for a lot of people, and it can get the job done. So we always like to present the options, and you can decide what's going to work for you. It will be better in some areas over others based on network congestion and such like that. All right, Dennis, I think we got to mention what Left On For You brought up, and that is Circled In and other family groups, r/go phone groups and cricket groups. So thank you, Left On For You, for the super chat. We really appreciate it. And this is a really great topic of conversation. Getting a group discount. Now, I know Dennis has different feelings about this based on his personal preferences for privacy and things like that. But basically, what the gist is here is people are listing, they now have Cricket. That's awesome. Cricket and Google Fi. Oh, that is amazing. People are listing their plans. Let's say we're using Verizon as an example in this video because they had their price increase. But what you can do is go on to Circled In. You can find someone who's offering basically a group plan. You can say join Circle, and you'll get the plan, and you'll get the discount as well. Now, Circled In is charging a cost, and this is going up to $8 a month, so something to keep in mind, and you have to pay taxes. So your monthly total is going to be looking like $53 per month when it's all said and done. It's a little bit expensive, but it's also the cheapest way for an individual to gain access to a true premium plan from Verizon. Like, there's no cheaper way to get access to this besides like having a family of your own or getting a military discount or something like that. So I think that's where it's at. And honestly, if you're looking for great family deals, I would go back and I think Cricket. This is where Cricket shines. They include taxes and fees, so super, super nice. And let's say unlimited plus mobile hotspot. Let's join Circle. Again, you're looking at $32 per month. Cricket taxes included, which is awesome. And it's great. So yeah, that's super cheap. Great ways to lower your cell phone bill. Dennis, anything else you want to mention here?
Do we want to throw a shout out to Red Pocket?
Yeah, we can do a shout out to Red Pocket. I'll just load up their website there. It's pretty. Red Pocket. Google search. And boing. Best deal in wireless.
I mentioned them because a lot of times they'll do some pretty aggressive promos, which makes them very cheap, and that they are probably the cheapest option that you can get on to get AT&T access that I can think of.
So the monthly options, you're looking at $20 for 3 gigs, $30 for 10 gigs, $40 for 25 gigs. I think that was actually an increase, and $50 for 100. These are all on AT&T. The real secret is if you go to their annual plans, boom, all of a sudden you're getting 10 gigs for $22.50, 25 gigs for $30, and 100 gigs for $37.50. Like, these are outstanding plans. But you've got to commit to an annual agreement with them. And you basically want to know, AT&T is good in my area. I feel comfortable signing up with this. Yeah.
But yeah, so do you want to do a nice little synopsis then of our thoughts just to round out the main segment of the show for tonight?
That sounds great, Dennis. Oops, clicked on Red Pocket.
So short synopsis here for everyone that tuned in late and needs to be caught up to speed. The carriers are raising their plans, and Best Phone Plans recommends doing the following. If you're trying to stay with the M&Os, try to take advantage of the ARP discount with AT&T or any of the million of other discounts for having a heartbeat. With Verizon, if you are a first responder, a nurse, or a military member, try to take advantage of that and try to really leverage the mixing and matching. And then for T-Mobile, which I don't know if it was touched on or not, as much. Try to take advantage of the senior discounts, the first responder discounts, and other discounts that exist with them. Unfortunately, I don't believe T-Mobile does mixing and matching, but
they do not. All plans need to be on the same. All lines need to be on the same plan. That said, T-Mobile does have an awesome discount for military veterans and 55 plus. So check that out.
But ultimately, we really think the best option is to look at the prepaid and MVNO options, with our top picks for AT&T being Cricket, as well as Boost Mobile's annual plans. Our top picks for Verizon were Xfinity Mobile and US Mobile, with Visible being the absolute cheapest, but I think we both agree that US Mobile and Xfinity Mobile are the preferred options. Correct, Stetson?
Yeah, I would recommend a lot of my friends try US Mobile. I think they've got a great dashboard account experience. Xfinity Mobile, if you're an Xfinity customer, the bundle discount makes it really easy. And Visible only if you really need unlimited data.
And then lastly, for T-Mobile, we're big fans of Metro PCS and Mint.
Yeah. I think that was a great synopsis. Metro by T-Mobile, Mint Mobile. Mint's doing their 50% off promo right now, which shameless plug to the affiliate link in the description. You can check out if you're interested. Dennis, that was a beautiful synopsis. That is how you keep the cost of your cell phone bill low as the major carriers are raising prices. We hope you found the main segment of this podcast helpful. And now, with all 97 of you watching, be sure to click the like button if you found it helpful. Share this with a friend. And I think we should dive into some Q&A and address some of the questions we got in the comment section here.
I concur. I also, while we're addressing comments, would like you to address the one issue that I mentioned in the private chat. Can you please check
the audio? Guys,
cable.
If the audio is bad, I'm so sorry. I don't know how to fix it.
But
that's it. It's going to be bad for this episode.
First, let me address the elephant in the room. We had an incredible super chat earlier from Left On for you, telling us to mention Circled In, as well as the Reddit subs to join. We really appreciate you supporting the show, my friend, and sorry for not getting that up on the screen sooner. As far as some of the other things that came in, yes. Brograta, Visible actually upped their hotspot threshold, I believe, to 10 megabits per second on their hotspot, which is a big improvement.
When I was testing it, I got 10, and so I think I put a range in my newest video between 5 and 10. I think it's basically 10, but I don't think they officially say that on their website.
Let's see. Mod Squad, if you can get on the bots that are coming in, I appreciate you.
Oh my God. Unreal. Yeah, unreal. Thank you so much, you guys. I'm so sorry about that. No control over that.
Here, I just hit one of them.
Does Red Pocket have access to priority data on AT&T? When I tested Red Pocket, I got a QCI value of 8, which is the same QCI as AT&T Unlimited Extra. So I would consider that priority data. That said, while I have gotten full speed data on Red Pocket, I've also been capped at 75 megabits per second. And my current plan, my Galaxy S22 Ultra via eSIM, is getting capped at 75 megabits per second. I think if you're looking for data on AT&T, I'm surprised to say this, but I really would consider Boost Mobile. I think now that they're on the AT&T network, I think their annual plans are a really great option. I have that as well on my S22 Ultra, and it's been working perfectly. Hotspot works. I'm getting full speed, 300 megabits per second. I was in Boulder, Dennis, the other day where AT&T is actually good, and I was like, dang, Dennis is right. AT&T is good. But that was on Boost Mobile. Red Pocket, I was getting capped at 75 megabits per second. I was like, it's not that impressive. But technically, Red Pocket does have priority, so something to keep in mind. And yes, Eduardo, T-Mobile has solid military discounts. I am working on a best cell phone plans for military veterans, first responders, and nurses and physicians right now. That should be coming out, I believe, tomorrow if I can get the editing team on it. And T-Mobile, I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, it's really, really good.
Wait, we have an editing team now?
Yeah, it's me.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, you are the god that makes the incredible edits happen. But on the topic of AT&T, let's just take a moment to appreciate the goodness in Pittsburgh.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, dude. This is set. Are we going to get 80? Are we going to get at least 80? No. Okay. Well, that's pretty decent. That's pretty decent for my house. I've seen 100 as peaks. And that's not with C-band, by the way. That's just strictly 10 megahertz N5, good old LT carrier ad going on there. But anyway, I saw an awesome comment that came in asking about what are some ways to save money on your phone plans in Canada.
Toronto plane spotting. First of all, so great to have you here. I hope you're having a wonderful time in Canada. I am still sorry that Canadian cell phone plans are astronomically expensive, and they're on my list of the next area to tackle for the channel. If you're on a cell phone plan in Canada, I think you would probably want to take a similar approach as you would here in the United States. First step is identifying what your data usage is. Looking at your data usage and understanding how much you're using per month is the best way to get a plan tailored to your specific needs. If you're buying an unlimited plan and you don't need unlimited data, it's possible you could be overpaying for data you don't need. The second thing I would do is kind of look at the contract versus no contract options. I think a lot of times if you own your phone and you pay full price for it up front, then you can switch carriers or plans at any time, and that can allow you to switch to something more affordable should something arise. And sometimes the premium plans we talk about, if you do a phone financing deal, you end up spending more just because the plan is so much more expensive. And then I think you kind of think of, do you need a family plan or are you good with a single line plan? And yeah, I really wish I had more information at this time, but I think I need to dive more into the research of Canadian operators to help you find a pick. But thankfully, Dennis is here, and it looks like he has some additional advice to help you out.
No, I have a question.
Oh, Dennis has a question.
Professor Stetson, I have a question.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Mint going into Canada? You remember like last year we talked about Mint going into Canada? Do we have any news on that?
So the owner of Mint Mobile, Ryan Reynolds, he is from Canada originally. He's a pretty well-known actor, I would say. And they want to go into Canada because Canada does not have any MVNOs. And that is going to answer Derek's question, no. The Canadian government has passed legislation that unfortunately prevents Canada from having true MVNOs. This is heartbreaking, saddening. It's just a big thumbs down in all directions is all I can say. So unfortunately, the only options from Canada are the big carriers. I believe it's Bell, Telus, and Rogers. There might be another one like, I forget, but the big ones are Bell, Telus, and Rogers. And there are no MVNOs, which is part of the reason that Canadian cell phone plans are so expensive.
Also, Left On For You asked us a question. I don't know if you have an answer for it that you can answer on the show, but who do you think will get first, Dish or Mobile X?
So Left On For You, great question. Easy answer, it's Mobile X. And the reason being, Mobile X uses the Verizon network, which I currently have here in Colorado. Dish does not exist in Colorado. Therefore, I cannot sign up using an address that is within reasonable driving distance. So I would have to like ship a phone somewhere else, then ship it to me, and then apparently I would get kicked off because I'd be only on the AT&T network. And then I'd basically just be reviewing the AT&T network anyway, and like I can already do that with Boost Mobile. So
let me ask you a revised version of this question, Stetson.
Yeah.
What are you more excited for, Mobile X or Dish?
I'm excited for both. Right now, I'm more excited for Mobile X based on what Peter has told us. And if he's able to hold true to a lot of the things and ideas he's presented, that gets me the most excited.
I agree.
Still rooting for Dish and still want to see them do well.
I agree. I agree with you. I think Mobile X is going to have a larger scale impact out of the gate just because, like you said, it's on a network that exists. And it's a darn good network at that. Dish, on the other hand, at least until they start getting support for the iPhone, I don't think is going to matter because most people have iPhones in the US by a very large margin. And as much as I love my Samsung, I mean, I was literally the Android guy for years. iPhones are what sell networks, not Android phones.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so it looks like we're getting some excellent comments about Canada. So this is great. I'm going to have to dive in again to this. It looks like there are 3 main carriers, Bell, Roger, Telus, and 3 flanker carriers. One of them is going to be Freedom. And that's about all the information I have presently. So consider checking out the flanker carriers. It looks like, as Snitzer87 is saying, they offer the same service at a less price or a lower price with no deprioritization, which is awesome. So consider checking those out. And yeah, hopefully I'll have those on the website soon.
So Schnitzer's actually clarifying, and this is what I thought as well. Freedom's kind of like the Sprint of Canada or the Dish of Canada. They're a small,
Oh.
flailing
And
brand.
do they have roaming agreements? They must have roaming
Oh
agreements.
yeah, they are
Yeah.
small and flailing. That is what they are. They are small and flailing.
All right, I love it. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
clarifying.
small coverage, but only in big cities. Big
Yeah,
cities.
yeah.
But yeah, flankers are Virgin, Fido, and Kudo. By the way, can I just say I
Whoa.
love these. I love these wireless names over in Canada. They're
Yeah.
great. Honestly, hot take, Stetson. I feel like AT&T should rename themselves back to Bell for Bell Telephone. I feel like that'd be pretty awesome.
That would be funny.
And then they should acquire Bell up in Canada. That way they could have native coverage in Canada, the U.S., and Mexico.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I'd be down. I mean, AT&T does have coverage in Canada to some degree. I was looking at FirstNet, at least they do, but we'll see. All right, TBC, great question. How fast is the Boost Mobile hotspot after the 30 gigs on the $60 a month plan? And is it 30 gigs of phone data and hotspot, or is it shared? So my current understanding is I would have guessed hotspot would have been shut off. If it's not shut off, then it's going to be 128 kilobits per second. And it is shared data. So the 30 gigs of hotspot usage deducts from the total usage of the plan, which I think is only 35 gigs. It's not a good plan. Let's see if I can pull that up. So if I do monthly plans, oh man, it's a like I have to actually go to my website to pull this up. That's how bad the Boost Mobile website is. And this is why I created my website. So forgive me a second here. I will pull this up for you, TBC, and we can take a look. So based on my research, if we go to the $60 plan here, this is going to be 35 gigs of data. Okay, so this is kind of an eye-opener. You use 30 gigs of hotspot, and then you will have 5 gigs total remaining in your plan. And it looks like actually unlimited 2G speeds have been updated to 512 kilobits per second.
So I will say one thing. I don't know how long this will become or stay a thing, but it's to my understanding as well, based off what people have told me in the community, that the 35 gig hard cap in the course of a month hasn't really been being enforced on the AT&T SIM.
Oh, that's interesting. I could test that out. I mean, my research is showing that it's supposed to be a 512 kilobit per second throttle after the 35 gigs of data. And this I would say 3G throttle. So I'm going to have to update this as well. I think we flagged at least like 5 or 6 things I need to fix about the website. So this is good. But yeah, TBC, I would assume hotspot stops. If it doesn't stop, then you'll be pleasantly surprised. And it's 35 gigs total, and the hotspot data deducts from that. There you go.
Also, guys, I am sorry about these bots, man. I don't know where they're coming from.
Add moderator. I like how they put hide user on this channel right above the add moderator button.
Yeah, no, I've been hiding the users, and they just
Yeah.
keep coming back with like slightly different names.
It's unreal. We apologize for that. Thank you for your patience.
If anybody knows how to make like a filter like they do on Twitch, like with YouTube, that would be like absolute god tier. Like that would be pretty legit. But
Yeah. Anything else? Oh, here we go. Wild Dogs L Army. Great question. I may have missed this. Would the price hike from Verizon affect the MVNOs? I have good news. Price hikes from Verizon will not affect the MVNOs. MVNOs already have existing agreements in place, and so I think they're going to be safe from this. Dennis, you have a comment.
there is a caveat with that, Stetson. It depends on the MVNO and the agreement they work out. Some MVNOs work out agreements on a yearly basis. They're going to be impacted by Verizon's price hikes. Other MVNOs, like say, like a Spectrum Mobile, where they work out like 10-year, 15-year deals, are going to be pretty legit looking and not impacted. So it really depends on the MVNO and when and the length of when they worked out their agreements.
I still think MVNOs are fine because at the core, Verizon's operational costs are going down with 5G, and the cost to provide data is going down. We've only seen US Mobile add more data at better prices. We've only seen Mint Mobile add more data at better prices. So I think MVNOs are going to be fine. If you see them go up, you can clip this and tweet it at me. Robert Brown, yes, I am crackling a little bit when I talk. Dennis commented on that and tried to get me to fix it. I have absolutely no idea why. Dennis, I think I'm just going to have to order the same mic you have. I think that's the only solution to this. You sound great for every show. Here I am crackling like a madman. And
Stetson,
yeah.
here's our answer. Subscriber only.
You got it.
Can we turn? How do you turn that on?
I will do it now. Manage moderators. Oh, God. Okay.
Would it be participants, maybe?
It's going to be on the studio back end. Thank you, Sneed, for saving our butt. And make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can leave a comment now. Left on for you. This is a great question. How do you convince someone who has only been on the big three to switch? Some people are too stubborn and can't believe the low prices. I think the best way is to maybe say, hey, try it out. What's the harm in trying this service out for a month? Give US Mobile a shot with their 15-day free trial. Give Mobile a try. 1 month of service on Mint is actually 3 months of service on Mint is currently $45, which is less than 1 month on T-Mobile. So try them out. And I would say you got to get them to try it. And even if they don't, sometimes it's okay. It's not for everyone. A lot of people do like being on the big three. They can go to a store, they can get the deal on the shiny new phone, and that's totally cool. My goal is to help as many people as possible save money on their cell phone bill, but you also have to want to. You got to be open to switching because that's where the savings are.
Aaron Johnson asked a great question that I'd love to address. He says, Stetson and Dennis, how fast is Xfinity Mobile, and do they manage to get good quality video on mobile devices above standard like HD or 4K? So as far as Xfinity Mobile speed goes, they're going to be as fast as your Verizon postpaid. That's been verified by my testing. That's been verified by Stetson's testing. That's been verified by Sneed's testing. And that's been verified by Carlos's testing. It's very much a postpaid Verizon experience. As far as the video goes, it's going to be also, again, like a Verizon experience. And by that, I mean, if you're on LTE, it's going to be capped at 720p. If you're on ultra wideband of any kind, you're going to get to enjoy that glorious 4K on your mobile devices. The caveat being is that you do need to have a 5G activated device for this stuff to matter. Otherwise, you are deprioritized. 5G device is needed. But honestly, I think Xfinity Mobile is a good choice. Sneed actually had a better experience with them than US Mobile, which I found surprising. But I told Steve to give US Mobile another shot, which I know he's going to test it again.
You got to activate with the 5G phone, and sometimes that they have issues with that. But it should be priority data. I mean, when I tested it, that's what I was getting.
Left on for you. Oh.
Sorry. I was excited because I knew the answer.
Does Xfinity give priority only if you have the HD Pass? So if you have a 5G phone, you do not need the HD Pass. You get that included right out the rip when you activate with their third generation plans. The only reason you would need an HD Pass to get priority data is if you are activating with an LTE only phone, or you're on one of Xfinity Mobile's legacy second or first generation plans, which if you are one of those people that are on the second or first generation plans, what are you doing? Get on the third gen plan. That's where the multi-line discounts are. It's significantly cheaper for unlimited. The only reason why you'd want to stay on those legacy plans if you were a legacy customer is if you were on that old $12 by the gig shared data plan. But even then, what are you doing? Get on the new plans.
It's so true. Yeah.
But cracking mic.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Actually, I have to get going, Dennis, but if you want to hang on for a little bit, we're doing like an inverted podcast. I start it, you end it. But yeah, I have to get going. Turns out I have something coming up pretty soon here.
No, we're good. I think we had some good, healthy Q&A, and it's fine to have a shorter show. Before we round it out, though, I want to thank everyone who came on out to watch this episode. If you could do us a huge solid, I would love it if you could give this video a smash that like button. Share the video with a friend, specifically maybe clip one of your favorite segments so that you can let another person know so they can save the money. And if you're not already, make sure you become a subscriber and hit that bell notification so you don't miss whenever we do our weekly uploads for the podcast or any surprise ones. In fact, speaking of surprise ones, there was an episode that went up earlier this week with good friend of the show, Sneed Mobile Tech, where we talked about my first ever proper network test for the Best Phone Plans channel, where I traveled over 500 miles, and I thought that show was pretty awesome. So give that a little check out. You can find it on the channel. It's the video that literally happened on Monday. I think it's a good watch, and you'll enjoy.
And I think the one with Sasha, too, about the fastest mobile networks kind of like dovetails that perfectly. Sasha did some network testing. We talk about the best network. Dennis does his own network testing, and he covers what he learned on his 500-mile road trip. So that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you all for watching, hitting that like button, and sharing the episode with a friend. I'm Stetson.
And I'm Dennis.
And we look forward to seeing you in the next episode.
Peace.